According to the Igbo'S, the majority of Christians being killed in the northern part of Nigeria are Igbo'S, and also the Igbo'S complain of discrimination. According to Prophet Odumeje, he said the only man that loves Nigeria is Nnamdi Kanu, sincerely saying most things that are happening in Nigeria today, Nnamdi Kanu has spoken about them. Let's watch some video that talk about them.
Yeah, so suddenly in the north, which is mostly Muslim, you had mass killings of people, right? And those people were Christians, and they were mostly Igbo. Igbo is an ethnic group, and that's my ethnic group. And so that really is sort of the basis for the war, because after the killings that first started in the 1940s, there were some in the 1950s, and then in the 1960s. We don't know how many people were killed. There are some people who say that there were up to 30,000. We don't know, but we do know that almost every family in Igbo land was affected by the massacres in the north. And so what happened was Igbo people then decided, you know what, we're being killed in Nigeria because of our ethnicity, because of our religion, and so we don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. And so they decided to secede from Nigeria and call their country Biafra. And I think the story might have ended there, if not for the fact that Nigeria's oil happens to be in the area that was Biafra. And the oil had just only been discovered. And so Nigeria said, no, you're not going, because we want the oil. And that's really what the war was about. So Nigeria fought to keep Biafra in sort of to stop the secession of Biafra. And Biafra was fighting for independence. And it lasted for 3 years. It was a humanitarian disaster.
And the only good man in Igbo land, only good man that love you, a true love, is only Nnamdi Kanu. The only true man that love this country, that want everybody to be free. He want Hausa to be free. He want Yoruba to be free. He want Igbo to be free. Everybody go to your country and develop your own nation. If you want to kill your brother, then you can kill them. Don't come and use one Nigeria and killing other people. And one personal people, one particular people are
one for against the one for the Igbo's and one for the people that they feel that are in Nigeria. Of course, you know that had it been that the man Nnamdi Kanu is not a
people you vote in to represent you as a governor, as a senator, now want you to begin to praise them. Are you doing all the project with your money as a president, as a governor? You are doing it with our resources. You did not work for it. Tell me one thing since Nigeria have independence. Tell me one thing that the government of Nigeria, every government that, tell me one thing that they have done for Nigeria. No 24 hours, right? No security, no good road.
My people, good morning. I just decided to make this video now, believing that this video will get to the president. It will get to the Attorney General, it will get to the CJN. And because we cannot continue in this way. In the first instance, there are a lot of things that are happening in our judicial system against the Igbo'S. Yes, I want to say against the Igbo'S. Some Igbo guys were arrested from the southeast and they were dumped at Wawa Barak in Kainji, Niger State, in the name of being members of IPOB, being members of ESN, without proper investigation. Innocent persons. Now, I gave you a story one day about Wanchidebere Echefu and Wanchidebere Echefu, how that young man was arrested from his house at Owerri. This young man was arrested from his house at Owerri in 2021 by 3 a.m. by DSSS operatives. So the family members thought that this young man was dead, they searched for this young man. They couldn't see this young man. They forget about him. Only for somebody who came out from DSSS cell after 6 months now call the wife to inform the wife that your husband said that he is still alive, so that they should look for a lawyer to come for him, that he's been incarcerated at DSSS headquarters in Abuja. That matter get to MDA Human Rights Committee. I was assigned to handle that matter. I visited DSSS Abuja. They said that the young man was not there. I went to DSSS Owerri. They said that young man was not there. So I decided to file enforcement of fundamental rights in favor of Chidebere Echefe. Only for DSSS, only for DSSS now to file a counter saying that they arrested this young man and they kept this young man with an order, motionless party, an order from Federal High Court to keep the guy for 90 days. And unfortunately for them, the 90 days which the court gave them the order has elapsed. So when I now filed out this and served them, they quickly rushed to court and renew that particular order. And the judge did not ask, please, can I see this person that you are getting this order? Can you bring the person to court? Let me see him. The court now granted that particular order. It was when we now filed enforcement of fundamental rights, and the matter was assigned before another judge. And the judge, looking at what they filed and what we have filed, the judge gave this judgment. This judgment was delivered on by FCT High Court on the 11th day of March 2022 by Honorable Justice Ogbonna, enforcing his own fundamental rights, directing that he should be released with forthwith. Look at the judgment. I will pass it to you people to see. We served DSSS this judgment. DSSS refused to comply with this order. I've been going to DSSS. They refused me access to see this young man. Apart from one time, only once, the court directed that they should allow me. They just allow me to see the young man. The young man has been macheted and what have you. So when I served them this order, they refused. I continued to go to the DSSS. They said that the young man was no longer there. I don't know his whereabouts. The wife was crying. The relations, they were all crying. Only for somebody to tell me that young man has been moved to Wawa Barak at Kainji. Wawa Barak at Kainji. In the face of judgment of the court directing that he should be released. This judgment was not appealed against. Now, when all my effort to see him proves abortive, I even thought that the young man was dead. Only for this young man to send me a text to call me from Kuje prison. That was yesterday through their welfare officer. That was 3 days ago, saying that they have moved him from Kainji to Kuje prison. I said, so you are alive? I couldn't believe this thing. I said, you are alive. Now, when I now started inquiring, he started telling me what happened. That they were forcing them, a lot of them, that their people thought that they were there. They were there at the Wawa Barak. So when they now decided they came to that place with with some judges to start trying them. They were forcing most of them to start pleading guilty of an offense of terrorism, because they don't have access to their relations, they don't have access to lawyers, they don't have access to anybody. They will only have access to the lawyers given to them by the government, from Ministry of Justice and from Legal Aid Council. So some of them don't even know what the charge is all about. Most of them they were just pleading guilty, and the judges were convicting them. So reaching on his own, Chidebere said that no, that is not going to plead guilty, that he never did anything, that he never prefer to die. Why should they force him to plead guilty? Now Chidebere is in Kuje prison. I learned that they have started trying him again. These things were happening majorly on the Igbo'S. We cannot continue like this. I'm asking you, the senator. I'm asking you, the House of Rep member that is representing the people of Southeast in the National Assembly. Are you not aware of this? If you are not aware, you come, let me tell you. Look at these ones. These ones, they are 142 of them. I got judgment for them. 142 of them. 142 of them. We got judgment for them. Court ordered that they should be released. As I speak to you, they failed to comply with this particular order. I can go on and on and on and on. Because what they normally do is that if you want to deal with somebody in the south, is you just write a petition against the person that is a member of IPOB or a member of ESN. They'll just come in the night and whisk the person away, and they collect his private access to the local protection of his choice and members of his family, and move the person to Wawa Barrack. And the people say that we should keep quiet. We cannot keep quiet. Enough of this. There are some persons there in Suleja prison. In fact, one of them, the pastor, they said that they were pushing some persons. Some persons now run into her church. This lady was picked. According to what I was told, she was forced to plead guilty. She was explaining to them, don't even know the one that is guilty, the one that is not guilty, and she has been convicted. I'm calling the Igbo Lawyers Association. I'm calling the Igbo traditional rulers. I'm calling Igbo religious leaders. I'm calling the Igbo political leaders. Go and verify this thing. You can set up a committee to go to various prisons. Go to DSSS. Go to that Wawa Barrack. Let them bring out people there. These are persons. These are people's husband. These are people's wife. These are people's children. These are person's parents. You don't do things like in this way. Is it an offense for that you said that Nigerian unit is not negotiable? But you are treating some other tribe as if they are slaves in this country, and you say that people should not agitate for self-determination. I'm sad this morning because the way this thing is going is like they have two laws in this country.
Families are benefiting one Nigeria, not all the Nigerians. So whatever they do to now the Karo is a personal interest of one person that enjoying the resources of Nigeria. That is what happened. A man that rejected money, no Igbo man, as far as I know, can do that country. All the Igbo people were sent to represent us. All of them had took bribes. But this strong man in the car is an opportunity to take his own bribe and go back home like other people. And they ask him, which is that be open up. If anybody will come out and say what is it, he have opened up and tell you. They ask me to be a vice president. I say no. They ask me, do you need oil well? I say no. That is why a lot of Igbo people don't want to. Because they want him to submit it to bribe. And the young man said, bribe for what? I am talking about freedom of everybody. I just tell you this. China is free today. Look at what they have been doing for their own children and celebrating their freedom with a lot of development and a lot of things they have achieved since they have separated from colonization or colonization. Tell me one good thing that government of Nigeria have done for this country. Do you have 24 hours right? Do you have a good road? Do you have a job? Do you have any security? Nothing. And nothing can be done. Nothing will happen. Nothing can change. The only thing that can change is to divide this country. And everybody will go to their own places. Hausa go to your people. Yoruba go to your people. Igbo people go to your people. And they know if now the car is released, fake election will not be happening here. Bad government will not continue here. Yes. So don't begin to celebrate evil that was done to you. Only man, the only good man that love you outside Igbo Yoruba is Nnamdi Kanu. He want everybody to enjoy their own resources. Your resources are enjoyed by one particular family that call themselves governor, call themselves senator, call themselves president. They are the one enjoying the money and the resources that belong to all Nigeria.
So you as a Nigerian watching this video, what did you think? Are the Igbo's treated fairly in this our country, Nigeria? Are they treated fairly? Drop your comment in the comment section. And please do not forget to subscribe, like and share. And do well to come back and watch more. Thank you for watching.